Denji is a very poor and lonely boy. After his father committed suicide, Denji was forced to pay off his father's heavy debt to the Yakuza. Because of that, he spends his life selling parts of his own body and doing hard labor. In these harsh conditions, he meets a small devil that looks like a dog, named Pochita, a devil with a chainsaw on its head. Denji saves Pochita from death with his own blood, and in exchange, Denji and Pochita become partners and start hunting devils for the Yakuza to reduce Denji's debt. But even with all this hardship, Denji has many small and simple dreams. A normal life, a real breakfast, a girl by his side, things that have always been out of his reach. However, the Yakuza, who have been deceived by a zombie devil, decide to sacrifice Denji. They tear him into pieces and throw him into a dumpster. Denji's blood brings Pochita back to life. And because Pochita doesn't want Denji to die, he merges his own heart with Denji's and essentially takes over his body. Denji comes back to life. But this time, as the Chainsaw Man chainsaws burst out of his body, and he kills all the Yakuza and the zombie devil. After the massacre, a woman named Makima, who is a high-ranking officer in the Public Safety Devil Hunter organization, enters the scene. She immediately realizes that Denji is half human and half devil. She gives him two choices: come work for me, and I will give you food and a good life, or I'll kill you right here. Since Makima is the first person who has ever shown kindness to Denji, he accepts her offer, and this becomes the beginning of a new life. Or maybe, the beginning of his downfall. After the zombie massacre, Denji is taken by Makima to the public safety headquarters. He still doesn't know if this new life is a dream come true or just another cage. Makima, with a gentle but controlling tone, tells him, from now on, he is her dog, that if he works well, he gets food and a place to live, that if he refuses, he dies. Denji can't tell whether Makima is kind or terrifying. He knows this isn't freedom, but her attention means everything to him. And now he finds a new dream: to touch a girl's chest. That one simple desire becomes the driving force of his life. For the first time, Denji eats a real breakfast: bread, jam, soup, and sausage, everything he once only fantasized about. Then Makima introduces him to his new division and assigns him a partner: a serious, cold, easily irritated guy named Aki. Aki hates Denji instantly. He believes Denji doesn't care about saving people and only wants to mess around. Aki tries to scare him and force him to quit, but Denji fights back and actually wins, proving he's determined to stay till in the end. Makima decides Denji and Aki will live together, even if they can't stand each other. And just as things were already awkward enough, a new teammate joins the squad. Power, loud, chaotic, unpredictable, and a devil herself. Denji sees just one thing: this might be my chance to reach my dream. Power officially joins the team. Loud, rude, and completely uncontrollable, because she's actually a devil herself, just in a human body. She says she once had a cat named Meowie, the only thing she ever cared about, but a bat devil kidnapped Meowie, and now she needs help to save it. Power tells Denji, if you help me, I'll let you touch my chest. And for Denji, that's the greatest motivation in history. Without thinking, without planning, without even getting permission from the organization, Denji follows Power. But it was a trap. The bat devil was waiting for Denji. Power wanted to sacrifice Denji to get Meowie back, because she thought Denji was just like every other human. But when the bat devil refuses to return Meowie even after the sacrifice, Power realizes she made a mistake. This moment, Denji isn't chasing his dream of touching a chest anymore. This time, he's fighting to save a friend. Right there, Denji transforms into Chainsaw Man and fights the bat devil, not for justice, not for the world, just to keep a promise. Even if that promise is touching a chest, his final attack destroys the bat devil. Power and Meowie are saved. But just when you think everything is over, just as Denji is about to touch Power's chest, suddenly, the Leech Devil arrives, the partner and spouse of the Bat Devil. The Leech Devil is furious over the death of the bat and wants to destroy Denji. Denji is exhausted, low on blood, and his chainsaws aren't fully working, but he still fights with all his strength. He has no extraordinary powers except his willpower and stubbornness. And the only thing on his mind is, I still have to reach my dream of touching a girl's chest. But this time, the enemy is much stronger. The Leech Devil injures Denji, leaving him immobile. At that moment, Aki and the backup team arrive. Aki uses his contract with the Fox Devil. He says just one word: eat him. The enormous fox appears and swallows the Leech Devil in an instant. After this, Power is temporarily detained for acting without permission, but Denji agrees that Power didn't intentionally betray them. So, Aki releases Power and decides that from now on, Power will live with Denji and him in the same house. And this marks the beginning of a completely insane household. 3 people. A naive boy with a dream of touching a girl's chest. A devilish girl with no respect for rules. And a serious, nervous boy on the verge of leaving the house at any moment. Denji was cleaning the mess in the bathroom made by Power when Power, with a mischievous look, approaches him and says, "You're allowed to touch my chest 3 times. Denji, eyes wide with childlike excitement, replies, "Really? 3 times?" and immediately starts. The first time, Power's breast enlargement pad falls off. The next times, the situation repeats, but Denji, after all this anticipation, is surprised to realize that the dreamy feeling he expected wasn't there. Excited and a little embarrassed, Denji goes to Makima and says, "I've wanted to do this my whole life, but now that I've done it, it felt like nothing." Makima, with her usual cold calmness, smiles and says, "True feelings only arise when touch is accompanied by connection and understanding. But if you're looking for something beyond that, I have an offer. If you kill the gun devil, I'll do anything you want." With shining eyes and a trembling voice, Denji says, "Anything?" And Makima seals the new contract for his life with a single glance. Makima explains to Denji that when the gun devil first appeared, it killed hundreds of thousands of people worldwide in just minutes. After the attack, the body of the gun devil was torn apart, and its pieces were scattered like metal bullets across various lands. Each piece of these bullets holds the power and smell of the gun devil. That's why when other devils come near these pieces, they grow stronger and are attracted to them. If they follow the pieces, they can find the gun devil's location. To hunt the gun devil, a special team is formed. Aki, the team leader, calm, serious, with deep hatred for the gun devil, as it killed his family. Denji, the hybrid devil hunter. His only goal is to get into a relationship with Makima. Power, the bloodthirsty devil, loud, a liar, but sometimes oddly attached to Denji and Aki. Himino, the senior hunter, Aki's old teammate, who has a contract with the spirit devil and has deep feelings for Aki. Arai, the rookie, serious and anxious, easily frightened, but wants to prove himself. Kobeni, the rookie, built from fear and anxiety, but later proves to be much more dangerous than she appears. The 6-member team follows a trace of the gun devil and arrives at an old, abandoned hotel. As they enter, a small devil attacks. Himino uses the power of the spirit devil to hold it back, and Power makes a swift move and destroys it. Everyone thinks the job is done. However, when they climb the stairs and come back down, they find themselves on the same floor again. The staircase loops back on itself. The exit door opens into the same hallway. The rooms repeat. The hotel is caught in an endless loop. The 6-member team panics when they realize the hallways and stairs are looping endlessly. There's no real exit. Time itself seems frozen. The clock on the wall is stuck at 8:18. Arai and Kobeni start losing their minds from fear. Under the unbearable pressure, Kobeni breaks down completely. With a trembling voice, she confesses that her parents forced her to join the devil hunters, so they could use her paycheck to send her brother to college. She cries, "I just want to live. I wanted to go to college too." Her words make the team's fragile morale crumble even more, because here, fear isn't just emotion, it's fuel for the enemy. Then, the horrifying truth is revealed. The small devil they thought they'd killed before was just a trap. Fueled by the hunter's growing terror, that creature evolves, growing larger, stronger, and hungrier. Now, the monster speaks. "The only way out is to make a deal with me. Give me Denji, and the rest of you may leave." Kobeni, completely losing control, grabs a knife and charges at Denji, screaming in panic, trying to throw him into the devil's gaping mouth, desperate to survive. But before she can strike, Aki throws himself between them. He takes the hit meant for Denji, a sudden, selfless act that shocks everyone. Seeing no other choice, Denji, furious and cornered, pulls his cord. The roar of chainsaws fills the air. He leaps straight into the monster's mouth, ready to tear it apart from the inside, to protect the people who, somehow, have come to matter to him. Don't just sit there. Hit that like, subscribe, and get ready. Denji's wild ride is far from over. Things are about to get messy, crazy, and maybe a little naughty.